The death toll from the wildfires on the Hawaiian island of Maui is now over 100. President Joe Biden and the First Lady announcing they will visit Maui on Monday. Federal mobile morgue teams are also on the island as they work to help identify the loved ones lost. Searches are continuing for those still unaccounted for. And while these fires grew in Maui, some tourists and locals didn't know the extent of what was happening, even as flames creeped closer. Local 5's Mary Sugden caught up with an Iowan woman who was there.
It is my favorite place to go.
Kim Wendel and her husband wanted to introduce their friends to a place near and dear to their hearts.
Lahaina town, the historic town, is my absolute favorite place to go on the island.
That island is Maui. The group arrived toward the end of July for a relaxing trip until August 14th, but little did they know what Mother Nature had planned.
You know, it's the closest thing to a war zone I've ever seen.
One morning, the couple woke up to no electricity.
We had heard that there was maybe some power lines down. At that point, no concern.
But then the lack of power went on for days.
Which means there was no gas stations, there was no restaurants.
With no internet and spotty cell service, information slowly trickled in from worried family.
We were getting intermittent text messages with our kids. And then we started hearing some inklings that Lahaina town had caught fire.
As days ticked by with limited resources, Kim says people began taking care of one another, like a man giving them meat from his freezer or a construction crew that gave them enough gas to finally get to the airport. So the group tried their best to pay it forward.
My husband and my friend's husband were able to help unload the trucks, which was, it made us feel like we were doing something because we just didn't know what to do.
These pics are what they snapped on their way to the airport. Kim says while she and her husband have struggled to process what happened, their hearts ache for those who call the island home.
It's definitely kept us up at night. We're just devastated for them. You read the stories. Like I said, we had no idea. And I think there's a guilt there because we just didn't know.
And Kim has stayed in touch with a small business owner in Lahaina who she says lost everything. She shared some of that owner's info online in hopes that friends and family might be able to help. Now, our local Red Cross chapter has sent 7 people to help with recovery. They're working in shelters and providing mental health support. Now, you can text Hawaii to 90999 if you want to give money to the Red Cross, which will go directly to these relief efforts there.